So
wow, this is how it's made. I'm J Dawg. That's Mike, and you wouldn't believe it, but this is our 10th year of previewing a Super Bowl on the Sports Hangover.
Here we are, Jeremy. A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of gambling. We got a little game later for some props for the Super Bowl. There's really only one big news item, I feel like.
Other than the Super Bowl, which is pretty big.
Yeah, other than the Super Bowl. Well, there's two. There's LeBron getting some crazy Karen kicked out of a basketball game last night, and Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff being traded. Those are the two topics.
There. Everyone's hearing the quarterback takes. Mike, let's start with some NBA news.
Oh, I don't have the iPad.
Where's the iPad?
It died.
It's a Super Bowl preview. It's a big show. We have more listeners. You don't have the iPad.
This thing died. Yeah, I told you before. It fell in the bathtub when I was taking a bath. And it doesn't hold the charge anymore, but it still works. And there it is. So it died.
We've spent 10 years of you sending me technology. I should probably reciprocate and send you an iPad.
Send it over. All right. So
NBA news. All right. So let's set it up. There was a woman at the Hawks-Lakers game last night in Atlanta. LeBron's playing. First of all, she's sitting courtside. I didn't know fans were allowed courtside during a pandemic.
That blew me away too. I was very confused by that. I'm like, what's happening? And she wasn't wearing a mask, right?
I thought she was. Maybe she pulled it down to yell at him, but I guess her jacked husband, steroid husband, was yelling at LeBron. LeBron yells back, and then she's defending her man.
The guy's called like Daddy Joe or something. Like it's really like if you dig on their Instagram, like there's like videos of him and her. She's like naked and he's like holding her boobs on the beach. Very weird stuff.
And they're an older couple. Just saying, they're not the youngest.
She claims she's 25.
She doesn't look it, and I think we can say that because we're criticizing her for how she treated LeBron. One of the best athletes ever. She's sitting courtside. LeBron yells at her husband. She stands up and is yelling, and then she's shocked that she got kicked out. She's so shocked that she goes live on Instagram and streams the whole process. It was ridiculous.
I loved it. I mean, I just don't understand like the passion in you that whatever LeBron said to your husband that you have to go off on LeBron like this, that gets you kicked out. Like, because you didn't really hear the audio of what happened between LeBron and the dude, right? It was just kind of like 1 second she's yelling at him and then she's kind of kicked out. So
yeah, we all heard her and that was it. Yes, so if you don't know what we're talking about, maybe this doesn't make any sense, but basically woman yells at LeBron. LeBron yells back. It happened last night in an NBA game.
Yes. And if you're watching NBA, I was not watching any NBA. I have not watched any sports other than football since hockey and basketball started. Have you watched anything?
Yeah, I was watching last night. My buddy I'm staying with is a Memphis Grizzlies fan, so we were watching some Grizz basketball last night. It wasn't fun, but I watched it.
It's like a polite guest thing, right? So Jay, why don't you tell everybody you're staying at random people's houses throughout this COVID time. You're traveling across the world. And people are nice enough to put you in their house. I did it. You know, you have to do things.
You hardly did it. You did it, but you did it for 2 nights. You're one of my shortest stints. I like a week-long stay, Mike.
You know, I didn't even have a place to live. You actually moved in with me to the new place. So
I did. You were very nice. It was all about closing on houses. But yeah, bouncing around. We're dodging COVID bullets everywhere I go, whether it's California or Florida. We're just dodging COVID as we go. And we're 10 months in, and we just hope to make it to the vaccine. Just make it to the shot, baby.
That's all we need. All right, let's talk about Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. When I saw this, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe. I didn't even know the Rams had this many assets to give up. Not assets, draft picks to give up. Because they just gave up Jared Goff. They got rid of Jared Goff, basically. They're like, please take Jared Goff. I think the Lions won this. From the first time I saw it, did they win this? Because they have a first-round pick this year, next year, the year after, right?
There's a lot to unpack on this trade, but I'll start there. If you say the Lions won it, what you're saying is you believe in Jared Goff as a quarterback.
No. So I don't believe in Jared Goff.
Then the Lions didn't win.
But how could they not win? Why was it a win for the Rams to get Matthew Stafford, who by all means could be almost the same as Jared Goff, a very mediocre, very stiff quarterback?
I'll tell you exactly why.
All right,
Jared Goff has been paid $81 million by the Rams in just a few seasons. And he's been really bad. Ever since that Super Bowl, when I get it, he threw some bombs to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks dropped them. The Rams could have won that game. But overall, they played a really bad Super Bowl against the Patriots, shut down, and he's been terrible ever since. He made so much money, $81 million. He had $40 million more coming. The Rams, if they cut him, were going to be on the hook for $40 million. So we talked about it last week. We said the Rams can't possibly trade him because he has so much money on his contract. Well, if you attach a first-round pick for taking him, you can. So he's so bad that they attached a first-round pick. I don't know how you can say the Rams lost when they got out of the contract and got a better quarterback.
Because, well, they obviously made the mistake of giving Jared Goff that contract, but
100%.
I think to go get another mediocre quarterback, do you not think they kind of lost it?
Is Stafford mediocre?
Do you not think would you put him in a top 10 quarterback right now?
Dan Orlovsky, one of the smartest analysts on TV, says the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl next year.
Okay. That guy's smoking some drugs. Do you think Stafford is in the top 10 of quarterbacks? Like, doesn't that mean
it's a great point? If you can talk about this for a second, I can look on my rankings, right?
So the Rams did try to go get Deshaun. They tried to get Aaron Rodgers,
which is also crazy.
Yes, which, if they pulled off an Aaron Rodgers thing, they obviously would have won. So I think the issue here is like they had no other choice. They're like, we got to get rid of Jared Goff. We're going to lose in the end, but in the long run, hopefully we can win this. I don't think Matthew Stafford is the answer. I think he's a good placeholder, a lot cheaper. I'm not sure if they negotiate any part of the contract in, but if they got Deshaun, and now, I mean, I'll just keep talking, but Deshaun, I don't think they're going to trade him away. And there's something coming up that if they don't, he might sit out the entire season, which could be a bigger issue for the Houston Texans. And
he's rich enough to sit out that long. Yes, I think they will end up trading him, even though they're saying they're not going to trade him. So I have Matthew Stafford ranked as the number 13 quarterback heading into this season.
From who?
That is mediocre.
I want to know you. What is your ranking?
No, that's what I mean. I have him ranked number 13.
What is this? Your Excel?
Remember, Mike, you're forgetting how I blew up Reddit with my quarterback rankings. I have an actual list of these, and I have Stafford here at 13. Now, Jared Goff is a lot farther down. As I scroll, I'm going really far. Jared Goff was 26. So to go from 26 to 13 on your quarterback and to give up some first-round picks, I'm not worried about that because they've been giving up first-round picks for years, and they've been winning without it. Like the Jalen Ramsey trade. Would you rather have Jalen Ramsey or a first-round pick that may or may not work out?
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, Jalen Ramsey is great, but I think they're overloading their roster, and I don't think this – listen, you're in LA. Why not go after an Aaron Rodgers or somebody else that's a bigger boom? Matthew Stafford is not an exciting guy. He's literally been a Detroit Lion for – I don't know. Feels like 20 years. How long has he been there?
And he's never had a good team. Yeah, it's been 10 years. He's our age. He's 32. So he's been playing football like we've been doing the podcast for 10 years. And I think one of the things that you're not thinking about is the night.
Us or him?
What do you think?
I think we age better. You're looking good, Jeremy. The ball.
He has like 6 kids, so I think we're definitely doing better in some department there. So the night that this trade went down was Saturday night. Like we were all shocked by it. A week before the Super Bowl, like big trades never happened this time. Stafford and his wife had dinner with Sean McVay and his wife in Cabo that night. They were on vacation, apparently together when the trade went down, which shows you how close they are, Mike. It shows you how tight they are. I've been on vacation with you and your fiance in Mexico, and we would get dinner. So it'd be kind of crazy if we were just randomly on vacation, and then I got a call that I was traded to your team. Like, that's not a coincidence. That was meant to be. The guys were there together. They're tight. They're on the same page.
Who was there together? Sorry.
McVay and Stafford and their wives.
Okay.
They had dinner together in Cabo after the trade was completed Saturday night. That's
the same age, right? Yeah.
I think it's great. McVay got his guy. He soured on Goff, and I was telling you last week, I don't know how the Rams are going to get out of Goff's deal, but they were, and I was right about that. At least I thought they were going to get Watson, and it sounds like they did try for Watson.
They tried.
I think McVay really identified with Stafford. And it all came together. The Rams' old scouting director is now the Lions' general manager. He believes in Jared Goff. So when you first said the Rams lost the trade, I was like, wait, so you like Jared Goff, like the Lions GM likes him because he actually believes he's going to play well. And I don't know many people that feel that.
Now, what if we put it like this? What if you were a team that knew your quarterback wants to leave, but you want to put yourself in a position to win? Why not gather some assets? Well, hey, now I have Jared Goff and 3 first-round picks for the next 3 years. Why can't I repackage Jared Goff for a rookie quarterback this year? Because it seems like, I mean, you're probably going to rebuild, right? Your quarterback just decides to leave and you're nice enough to just let him go. That seems super weird, right? Like with Deshaun, he wants to leave, but guess what? They don't want to trade you. So something was up there. It's just like, come on, guys, I want to go somewhere. And they were nice enough to trade him. It seems too easy. So this seems like
they have other options. The Panthers offered the Lions their 7th overall pick, or maybe it's 8th overall. That's right around where they picked. They offered that for Stafford, and the Lions chose to do the Rams deal because they got Goff back, I guess, and additional first-round picks.
Well, it's another asset, right? So you can trade it away. So we'll see. I don't think Goff is the answer. I think they're going to be terrible. I feel like they won because of the draft picks, and I don't think the Rams are going to be any better than what they were. Honestly, what if they just start? What's that guy's name that started? The little
the
Wolford.
NBA guy?
Yeah, he was good.
He was working on his NBA a year ago. Then he was starting a playoff game, and that's when you knew the Rams were going to move on from Jared Goff, when they started that dude over Goff
in the
playoff game, and then Goff came in and didn't play very well. Even though they won, they still beat Seattle, which was surprising. Let's get to the Super Bowl, Mike.
All right, let's do Super Bowl.
All right, Chiefs, Bucks, any storylines here? I mean, someone compared it to the closest we'll ever get to LeBron, Michael Jordan meeting on the same field, and that kind of resonated with me because Mahomes, Brady, like in a Super Bowl, this might be as good as it ever gets.
I love it. And I saw a picture from the last 4 Maddens. All those players are now in this year's Super Bowl. I mean, Antonio Brown's not playing, but he technically is in this year's Super Bowl.
I wish he was, honestly.
I wish he was too. I haven't really been following much of what's been going on this week. There's no media week. There's no promotion like there usually is, like the media row where you're seeing everybody interview all the players. So it doesn't feel as exciting as last year. I'm excited for it. I'm going to gamble on it. We're going to get it. We have a ton of gambling options here that I want to do. And I want to play a game with you, Jeremy, where we have this form. We have a Super Bowl props bet. We've been using the same props sheet. I think for the last 8 years. This guy has a Google website and it's just Super Bowl props. It's literally the first thing that pops up. He makes no money from it. He makes nothing from it. But every year he puts together a great, easy prop sheet, and we're both going to fill it out. I don't know what we're going to exchange for winnings. Maybe we can buy each other a nice bottle of wine over the internet or something.
Well, first of all, the winner of the game, if the Bucks win, you get a share of GBTC Bitcoin, and this this is not legal. What we're doing, it's not real. Then we're not going to do it.
Wait, by the way, if you go to sportshangover.com, there is a lot of GameStop Sports Hangover ticker swag. I made a whole theme of stock shirts. So there's a whole bunch of stock shirts on the website. GME, AMC. To the moon. They're all there.
Bad day for those, by the way. The rest, if you didn't get involved in those, which I told you last week, I was staying away from the meme stocks. You had a good day today. If you're in the meme stocks, you had a bad day.
It was a bad day for the meme stocks, but you still got to hold. So
and you still get a shirt. So you can go to the sportshangover.com, and that's where you can also get the prop sheet. What I was saying is if the Bucks win, you win our playoff pool. If the Chiefs win, I win. So that's a clean one. And so we can do something else for the props. Now, this prop sheet, again, is on the sportshangover.com. Go to it. Send it to all your friends for your Super Bowl party. Maybe it's remote this year. Maybe it's a house party Zoom type of thing. I don't know what people are doing, but hopefully not gathering. In Florida, I'm sure they will.
Mutual friend is coming over. We're going to sit outside and watch the Super Bowl.
So he's really clear
he's fiending for the gambling. So I don't know if a lot of people know, but our mutual friend, you could say he's addicted to gambling. He loves it. He's doing it all the time.
You said addicted. I didn't know which direction.
He loves it. So he's like, Mike, what are we going to do? Are we going to watch it? I'm like, yeah, we can watch it here. So he wants everybody, just basically me and Aaron, to bring $100 in ones so we can gamble on the commercials, on literally every part of the Super Bowl. So that's what
there's a way I can do that. I can get in on that on a Zoom screen, a fifth screen.
We're definitely gonna post up. I think we're gonna do this virtually, do the prop sheet virtually, so everybody can play along. Even the listeners, they can send it in, and we can play with them. And then we'll do some squares or something like that.
Sounds great. I looked at the squares are fun. They don't require brain power, but they're fun.
Zero brain power.
I looked at the props and I have several that I really like. Do you have some that you want to reveal?
Yeah, mine are kind of boring though, because I've realized through the years and years of gambling what the good strategy is. So why don't you start and I can end us on a boring ride over here.
So let's do a few fun ones, and then I really crunched the numbers on some really statistical ones as well.
Okay.
So a few fun ones. National anthem, I went over. Did you bet on that?
So this is a country couple, correct? Singing the national anthem.
Yep, very Tampa.
I've might have watched videos. I always want to say over, but lately it's been. I think the last two have been under. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I remember.
Agree. Everyone wants to say over. I'm always going to bet over because I'm thinking this is their one moment, and if they can have 30 extra seconds on camera, then they're going to take it.
Yeah, so I went under on this one. Like if I was going to circle it, I was going to go under, just because of the trend, and it is really like if you watch the last national anthems, you really got to hold some notes to hit that over. So it's a long 2 minutes. This song you can sing in like 45 seconds, I think, just normally.
Yes, well, we can all hold our notes. The other one was Gatorade color. I went orange. Do you have a color in mind?
I was gonna lean towards green. We haven't seen green for a long time. A lot of orange over there.
Mike, what flavor is green Gatorade?
Is there not a green Gatorade?
There is. Like I think it's like a green apple. You never see it. Green.
I know, but
blue? Are you thinking blue? He's colorblind, people, so don't take it.
Oh, you know what? Maybe like that. I was gonna go green, like a lime green. Well, it's almost like the what's the flavor? It's like lemon lime.
Lemon, yellow. Yeah,
a little yellow. Okay,
it's not his fault. He can't see.
All right, guys. Whatever. That's what I was thinking. I was like lemon lime. I want to go a little green here.
I don't know about a green Gatorade. Yellow's good. All right, now to the game.
Okay.
You just want to go like back and forth, or how do you want to do it?
Let's go back and forth.
All right, game points per quarter. I'm going over every quarter. Game points.
You're going over. So you're going. Hold on a second. So
first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, over. It's going to be a shootout over.
Okay, so first quarter is 10 points. Second quarter is 16 points over. So they have to score 16 points, or they're just over 16 points.
16 total points
scored in that quarter, and then the third
yes.
quarter 10, fourth quarter 14. That is a lot of points.
Over,
okay,
shooting overs.
Okay, I don't love it. I always feel like when you start a Super Bowl, those like jitters. I feel like there's a slow start to the first quarter. So
you think Tom Brady's gonna have jitters?
I think he's gonna have a little jitters.
You think Mahomes gonna have jitters?
Start kind of slow. Maybe bet under in the first quarter. Go see the odds. There are some wild props on like sports books online that you can go gamble
on our sports.
Yeah. Go download this prop sheets on the sportshangover.com. I was gonna go with under for Patrick Mahomes completions. It's under 27.5. My theory is a lot of running. They want to control the game, control the ball, use a little Tom Brady strategy against them. Obviously going to score a lot of points, but they're going to try to run and control the game. So this is my, I'm hedging my bets a little. Like if I think Patrick Mahomes will beat Tom Brady, but I'm hoping Tom Brady wins this. Or will the Buccaneers win it? But this is a lot of control.
I saw the 27.5 completion over under, and I was like, well, that seems too high. I want to go under. But then when you do that, which you are doing, every time he completes a pass, you're going to cringe a little bit. And you want him to do great, right? It's Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
I know. But at this point, you might as well just
stay away from me.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you got next?
I have two Chiefs. I have one is Tyreek Hill over 90 receiving yards. Last year in the Super Bowl, Mike, he had 105, so he was over against the 49ers defense, which is better than the Bucs defense, and he had 16 targets in the Super Bowl, which more than anything else, it shows that Andy Reid was trying to get him the ball a lot in the Super Bowl. No reason it would be different this year.
I like that. That's an easy, you thought about it, easy numbers. I'm in on it. I'll take it. But see, it's like, Tyreek could get a ball on the 10-yard line and just run 90 yards, right? Like that counts. So that works.
If it's a catch, if it's a
catch,
it can't be a handoff.
Mine, Rob Gronkowski over 2.5 receptions. I think this is kind of like the last hoorah for Tom and Gronk, because who knows if they can last another year or so. They're getting old. I think this is where they want to show, like, to have Gronk score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. He has to get more than 2 receptions. So I think this is it. I love this one. This one I'm actually going to go bet on the sports books.
I don't hate it, Mike. I think Gronk, it's probably his last NFL game. It's probably his last Super Bowl. Never say never with this Patriots group. They could play well into their old age like Brady is. But I think it's a good bet. And I think
that he wants to play until he said he might play over 45.
Brady or Gronk?
Yeah, Brady. Gronk's like 32 or something.
Well, obviously Brady's coming back next year, so that's 44. So yeah, 45 is not unattainable. I mean,
is that
it's
crazy though?
I'm giving up on that guy. I'm just like, I'm all in. Like, he's the best, and he'll be the best forever. And
Literally
he's
the best. Yeah. What do you got?
My tight end, back to the Chiefs for a second, Travis Kelce. I love the guy. I really do. I'm going under 7.5 catches, and I'm doing it because the Bucs have some great cover linebackers. They have Devin White. They have Levante David. I think it's a force feed to the outside to Tyreek and the running backs, which you mentioned was a great point. And I think Kelce, as great as he's been this year, take the under there because you got to take the under on something.
I love Kelce. Kelce's like the security blanket for Mahomes. I was going to go over on this one. I really like Kelce, and I think the connection there because Kelce always kind of running those short routes, right? So he's always closer, so he can get feel that comfort in the ball.
The Bucs fans will tell you they have a linebacker named Devin White. The guy swarms. He's great. I bet you. I don't know for sure. I bet you he'll be covering Kelce.
Ooh, okay. There's a few others that I like first offensive play of the game is a rush. Like I'm going to go yes on that. Oh, okay. Well,
it's Mahomes Brady. How can you?
You want to get those jitters out of the way. I think it's always like get it going, run the ball. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah,
will there be a
Jared Goff? Run the ball. Mahomes Brady. I don't want a lot of runs, please.
I know you don't want a lot, but I feel like they got to get the pace right. You can't have Brady, an old man Brady, throwing the ball for the whole time. You got to run the ball a little bit. And will there be a 2-point conversion? I think obviously there will be if somebody is down. They're obviously
I said yes too. I love it. I mean, especially like Andy Reid's very aggressive. He'll go for it, and if the Bucs are losing, they'll go for it. I love that one.
Any other fun ones you liked? Like
I have one here. Will Kansas City have the lead at halftime? I'm saying no. They're slow starters, Mike. Remember again in the Bills game, they were down 10-0. Remember the Texans game last year in the playoffs, down 24-0. I think a great chance the Bucs are winning in the first half and lose the game.
So this year's weird too because Budweiser is not doing ads this year. So there's going to be less. I don't know why they're not doing ads this year. But we usually bet on commercials. So it's like one of these are, like Coming to America trailer appears before halftime. Pringles ad before Doritos ad. Like these are random things that will be happening during the Super Bowl. And this is why the Super Bowl is great because people that don't like the Super Bowl pay much more attention to the halftime show and the commercials because you were over 2 years ago for the Rams Super Bowl.
Great food, bad game.
Great food, bad game. And no one was really watching the game. It was like us sitting on the sofa and everybody else.
It was such a legit party. You had a bartender tending bar and that was cool.
Yeah. And it was raining out. It was supposed to be outside, but it was inside. It was a mess, but it was fine. Also terrible Super Bowl. And Brady was at that one too. Are there any other ones that you like that you think are long shot but could possibly hit? And I mean there's obviously a ton more on real sports books, but this is one you can play with your friends. So we're trying to give some insight. If you're going to go play with your friends, use this one, go to the website, download it.
So the way I'm thinking about these is like you're framing a narrative. I've kind of explained it already. It's going to be a high scoring game. The Bucs will be winning in the first half. The Chiefs will play better later. So I'm going to go Mahomes fourth quarter touchdown pass. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. I think that's an easy one. He's going to be slinging in the fourth. And then that means the Chiefs are going to win the game. So I'm kind of putting this narrative out here. High scoring, Bucs early, Chiefs late, Chiefs win
as well. But Tampa Bay, Tom Brady throws an interception. That one for sure. He's going to throw an interception.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because I just feel like when he's comfortable, I think that's when he starts making mistakes. And we saw that last game where he threw. What did he throw? 3 interceptions in a row.
He had 3 against the Packers, right?
That's crazy.
You're right.
Well, this will be on the website.
I still wish it was Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes. I kind of do. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Come on. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. This could be the handing off of like the next greatest quarterback, right?
I won't be surprised if the Bucs get blown out. I'll say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I'm really, really hoping here, but I don't have a lot of hope in it. It's all on the website. Go to sportshangover.com. You can buy t-shirts. The prop sheet is up there. The prop sheet's free, by the way. So go on the website. It's literally linking to the dude's Google Drive on the internet. You just click download and it's all for you. And then we'll post ours. We can put this on like our Instagram or something and people can kind of follow along, see who wins this prop sheet. Cause we're also submitting this prop sheet to our friend, our mutual friend, our gambling
friend with $101 bills. Enjoy the Super Bowl. It should be good.
I hope it's good. And follow us on Sports Hangover, the Sports Hangover podcast on Instagram, and I'm going to start doing this week TikToks for the Sports Hangover. So you can follow us on TikTok at the Sports Hangover Podcast. I will be doing just blips, like 15, 30-second blips of the news that we cover on the podcast on TikTok, because I love TikTok. I don't know if you're watching lately, doing a lot of TikToks.
Well, I think you made a good point. And Mike is killing TikTok, and he just turned 36. And for a 36-year-old like Mike, for a 34-year-old to be killing it on TikTok like you are, you got to be the most productive 34-year-old on all of TikTok. So for that, props to you and happy birthday.
Thanks. All right, guys. Everyone will give us some listener reviews. Hopefully, we are back next week.